What's up, guys? Welcome to the podcast. And the people that will be explaining that to us today is
Briza Escobar.
Alissa Gallegos.
all right. And today our topic would be college and everything to do with it. So like we're gonna be going over debt. We're gonna be going over national debt and stuff like that. Yeah. And also failure and success rates and stuff. All right, Brisa, can you tell us your age and where you grew up?
Yeah, so I'm 22 and I grew up in Los Angeles, California.
And I'm 22 and I also grew up in Los Angeles, California.
Oh, damn. Both of you guys?
Twins.
Twinsies. All right. Tell us about your college experience. You first, Brisa.
Okay, well, I mean, I graduated just recently, so I went to Whittier College, not too far from where I'm at right now. 4 years, and I met friends there. I met her there.
Yay.
Yeah, so I had a good experience, pretty good experience overall. So.
Mm-hmm. And how about you, Alissa?
I'd say probably the same. It's a small college, so you meet a lot of people even though you're not friends with them, but you see them all the time. So it's a close-knit community.
Yeah, definitely.
Everybody
knew everyone.
How many
there.
students are there? Like,
We had 1,200?
Yeah, it's small.
My high school had more.
yeah, same.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, we had like 1,200. Everybody knew each other.
It's like a small town.
Everyone's business.
Oh, that's the worst. Couldn't date anybody there. What did you major in, Brisa?
So I double majored. I majored in kinesiology, pre-physical therapy, and then I majored in Spanish.
Okay, what about you, Alissa?
I majored in child development and then I did a minor in elementary education.
Oh.
Two different things, I'm telling you.
Yeah, completely. Were you a full-time student, or how long were you in college for?
Yeah, so I did full-time, and full-time is considered 12 units or more.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, at least at Whittier, they would recommend you to take a little more than 12 units if you want to graduate on time. So I did technically graduate on time, whatever you call it. So 4 years.
Okay. What about you, Alissa?
I took 5 years, but I took extra year just to get some of the classes out for grad school.
Oh.
Yeah.
I have no idea anything about college. The language you guys are speaking is foreign. So I'm just nodding my head. Yeah.
That's okay. We'll get into it later.
All right. Were you on a scholarship?
Yeah. So at Whittier, they typically give you a scholarship. It's called the John Greenleaf Scholarship, and that actually helped pay half of my tuition. Half.
Nice.
Still a lot, but it was half because it's a private, so it was a little expensive. So they do give out a lot of scholarships, so they're very generous.
What about you, Alissa?
Financial aid and scholarships, but like she said, Whittier gets a lot of scholarships from like people who donate money.
Wow.
Or if things happen, then they'll just donate money to the college. So depending on your grade too, if you're higher up, like a senior or junior, you get more money.
Wow. And what are the craziest requirements for those?
Like crazy requirements?
Yeah, like would you like over the top, or what's difficult?
Not really. I mean, they would just ask for your transcripts, so they would look at your grades. Like, for example, like we went straight out of high school, so they would ask for whatever GPA we had, and then how she said with the financial aid, they'll ask for the FAFSA application. But I mean, you just yeah, I was like you just kind of showed up and they were like, oh, you have a scholarship, you apply for this, you're able to get the scholarship, do you want it? And of course you would say yes.
What was your GPA?
My GPA?
Yeah.
In high school?
In high school.
Like a 3.5. It wasn't all that.
It wasn't all that.
No. It was like a 3.5.
I was expecting more. What about you, Alissa?
Probably like a 3.0, but my senior year I didn't do a lot of classes.
Yes.
I finished early. I finished everything, so all I had was dance, and then I did theater, so that wasn't really a class. So I just mentored, and then I had dance class and an art class, and that was it.
Wow.
Must be nice.
That must be real nice.
I'm over here crying every night.
Did you live on the campus housing, or why or why not?
Nah, you don't want to live in those camp areas. Nah.
Trash?
Yeah, no, they were bad. But I mean, I would have, if I went far, I probably would. But I was only 10 minutes from the school, so it would be kind of dumb to spend money on, staying in the dorms.
What about you, Lisa? Same thing?
I'm only 5 minutes, so it wasn't worth it.
Damn.
And then that's more money.
Yeah, I know.
So
a lot of the people are not as fortunate as you guys. They're like, oh no, we gotta commute an hour or live there.
No. And those things are bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jerry used to drive an hour to go to
Yeah,
school.
and actually in Whittier, they actually ask like where you live. Like every year they'll ask you where you live and how far you live, to see if you qualify for the commute. Because if you don't qualify for the commute, then they'll ask you to stay in the dorms.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
I like that. Good strategy. When did you realize college was for you?
I kind of just grew up knowing that college was a big thing. You know, like my parents unfortunately weren't able to finish school and stuff. So that knowing that they weren't able to do it, it was just something for me to see like, oh yeah, like I should do this for them. Like I really did do it for them, but I mean, it's like my entire personality now. It's kind of sad.
But is there anything you did for yourself in college?
Yeah. I mean, I
Okay.
got to pick whatever I wanted to do, but in the sense of me wanting to go to a 4-year directly, it did come from like the influence of my parents because you know, Latino parents are like, no, you have to go to the 4-year because
Yeah,
you know
we're-
community college, blah
We're
blah.
trying to
blah.
catch up to those
Yeah,
Asians. Trying to-
yeah. So that was the main idea, but I mean, I loved being in school and I loved going to school, so it was natural to me to be part of it.
You should go to AZ so you can raise the education level.
I should, hire me. If you're watching this, hire me.
What about you, Lisa?
I didn't really know. I just knew I was always gonna go. Like it was like instilled in me. My mom was just like, you go, finish high school, college, and then just how it was.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but I wasn't allowed. Yeah, I wasn't allowed to apply anywhere else. Though, only Whittier.
What?
Yeah.
Because it was close.
Because it was close. She was an alum too,
Oh.
so she wanted like at least one of the 3 girls to go there, so that way she could at least like tell people and say like, one of my girls went there and graduated there.
The discount.
The discount too.
You get
Yeah.
alumni discount.
Yeah.
That's
So
kinda cool.
in Whittier, because it's a private, they really are interested in like having the alumni be really much a part of like the campus. So a lot of the donations, like how Alissa was saying, that a lot of it was part of being able to donate to the money and all that. So if your kid went there, so like say I have a kid or she ends up having a kid, and they go there, we get a discount for them being there because we're alumni.
Isn't it? What is that called? Like a dynasty or what is it called?
Probably. It's probably something like
'Cause
that.
they have it in all like
If they
the
work
college
there, though,
movies.
if they work there, I think more than 4 years, then they go free.
Free?
Yeah. You just have to work there, I think 4 years or more.
Damn, that's cool.
Perks of the private life there.
All right. When did you choose? No, my bad. Why did you choose a major you did?
Oh, so for kines, it was kind of funny because, I originally wanted to go into biochemistry. Then I took AP chemistry and it was cried every day. So I was like, let's pick something else. And I was taking a class called medical core. And so when I was taking that class, I got really close to the teacher there.
How close?
And I just looked up to what he was doing, and he was an athletic trainer. And then I didn't even know that kines
Right.
was a major. And so once I started like talking to him and saying like I was really into sports, like I still am really into sports, I just knew I wanted to do something in the medical field, per se. And then for Spanish, I was in school. I took this narco class. And apparently it was taught in Spanish. I didn't know it was taught in Spanish, and it was taught in Spanish. And then
Hey, that's kind of stereotypical. Come on, man. Just
I
because we're
mean,
Mexican. Just 'cause
it was
it's
just
Spanish.
like it's a narco literature class. So you were learning about the
There's a
history
lot of Chinese
of it.
in Mexico. We're gonna do it in Chinese too. Mandarin, I mean.
I don't know. I
That's
don't
some
make the
bull.
rules. It's just Whittier College.
That's
I don't
some bull.
know.
Not
But-
all narcos speak Spanish.
But
That's
I
what
did
I'm
take the class, and my professor was really impressed with my Spanish. And then he asked me to major in it, and then he convinced me to double, and it sounded cool.
It sounded like you're coming to the influence of your teachers a lot.
Oh yeah, I know. I really do look up to them, and I really do respect a lot of my teachers. Shout out to my teachers over there. But yeah,
They're
I
really
do.
helpful though in that way.
All right. Oh, what about you, Alissa?
Yes.
When did you choose your major, and why?
Probably in high school because I mentored. My mom was a teacher though, so that was always like in our household. And so I originally went in with business, but then I looked at business and I hated it. It was so boring. I did not like it.
Yeah, it's just like
And so then I was like, okay, when I start teaching, I'll do high school. And then I didn't like the older kids either. She teaches high school.
oh wow.
Yeah, so I teach preschool now. And it's so much more fun. And I get talked back to by little kids and told off, but it's great. It's still level.
we're like polar opposites. I don't know how we're friends.
Oh my god. Where's these generations going to? You
We're
can
not
see
that
them.
far off. We're only 4 years apart.
Yeah, but now with social media and everything and technology,
Yeah.
4 years is a big gap nowadays.
I guess.
I grew up without internet. You guys grew up with internet?
In
No.
the Stone Age? Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, I didn't get
No,
internet until I
we
was
didn't
15.
get internet. We didn't have internet growing up.
Oh,
We
no,
had a-
you
we had a-
did?
We only had it. Yeah, we didn't have it.
When did you guys get it?
Well, I mean, I don't
After
remember when
you-
I got it. I'm sure I got it soon because, my parents' business and stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
I think we were like 9. I don't know what that means.
9th grade?
Oh,
Ninth
9th.
grade.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Yeah, I didn't even get a phone until like high school, until I got to high school, so.
I didn't get one until I graduated high school.
Well, we're getting off topic.
Yeah. Hello. All right. Did you answer the question?
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure you got your thoughts out. All right. Do you regret not taking any classes you missed out on?
Yeah, actually, I was actually talking to her about educational classes that I
Mm-hmm.
wish I would have taken a little more educational classes, just because that kind of opens up a door for me. Given like the future, like I work with high school students now, so I'm like, well, maybe I do want to be a teacher. But then I didn't take the classes, so now I'm like, okay, I should have taken them.
No.
Just to know, like, to see if it was for me.
Okay. What about you, Lisa?
I probably would have just went down the special education route more, because then now that I'm in teaching, I didn't realize that there's more kids in the system that have issues like that or special needs.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't really tell you that when you're going through all the classes, so it would have been beneficial to just do both.
Oh, okay.
But
Do they
it's
pay
too late
more?
now? Yeah, they pay more too.
Nice. Like, could
They
you
do.
give a percentage of how much more?
No,
Damn.
I didn't take math. I did child development.
Okay. What was your biggest struggle in college, Briza?
Oh, my biggest struggle? I think keeping the motivation because, you've been in school for so long and, like writing papers because Whittier is really heavy on papers. Like I had a paper in math. Yeah, I had to write a paper in my stats class. But we were so heavy on like writing papers and our finals typically ended up being like a 10-page paper on something. So I think like just being able to write them and finding the motivation to like not procrastinate because I was a big procrastinator and it was probably one of my bigger regrets. So I think just keeping the
Thank God I
motivation.
didn't choose the college route. Oh, shit.
Yeah. It's definitely a struggle, but it's really rewarding once you see it and then you turn it in and, get the grade that you expect or sometimes even better than what you expect. It's
My
great.
wrist would have scars if I went. How about you, Elisa?
What was the question?
What was your biggest struggle in college?
Probably motivation too, but towards the end.
Yeah.
Because it's like a long time.
it was done. You already have senior sem or you're finishing your senior sems, so you don't want to do anything anymore, and then you procrastinate and then you don't do anything.
Then you don't do anything.
Then you get
Yeah.
then you get comfortable.
Yeah.
That's the danger part when you get comfortable and you're done with all your papers and you know you're already gonna graduate, but you still have to do your grades and like make sure your grades are still good. Yeah, that's
I
hard.
think Jerry struggled with the exact same thing when he was a senior.
I think most.
Everyone.
It's called senioritis. It's a real
Senioritis.
thing.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was a real thing because I didn't get it in high school. In high school, I was just like, all right, I'm ready to go to the next thing. Let's go. And then senior year, I was crawling my way through, but I had also other obstacles in my way to get there. So
Aw. All right, now we're gonna talk about some graduation stats. At the top of your head, what do you think? How bad do you think first generation students from a low income household dropout rate is at?
I think it's
percentage wise.
pretty high because coming from a person that is a first gen, you kind of have to figure things out on your own sometimes, like figuring out how to use FAFSA and figuring out how to, apply to schools and knowing what school is good and what, just knowing that you have to do a lot of things on your own. Students typically end up feeling like this isn't for them because they didn't get the right resources or unfortunately they don't have the resources or the people to go to.
Or the college culture in your household.
Yeah.
Like if your parents went to
Yeah,
college, that would
exactly.
help you a lot.
Yeah. And so I think that's where we had differed. It was more of like I had to figure things out a little bit more on my own. Like I did have siblings that went, but they went through the Cal State system, which is like the public school system, which
Okay.
is completely different from going to a private. And, there's other schools that I didn't end up going to because I had asked for help and they were like, you should have already known that. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, sir. So I think it's just just knowing that there's a lot of students and a lot of first gens that have to do things on their own, that it's difficult to keep going.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Alissa?
Probably the same thing she said, but I feel like first gen have more motivation because of like the struggles that they go through and figuring it out on your own. So it motivates them to try harder and get everything done.
So these numbers are pretty bad. It says
Oh.
89% dropout rate. Yeah, I know a ton of them that drop out. A lot. Actually.
Yeah, there's quite
It's
a
pretty
few.
normal like, if they drop out. You're like, oh, you want to college? I tried for a year. I was like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, I guess it's normal. Forgot.
Part of the stats.
But he's one of the dropouts.
Yeah.
He's one of the...
Yeah, he's
That's
part of the stats.
Ozzy, Briza's older brother. Behind cams, we have Ozzy back there, sitting in a chair, just in the living room. Oh no, kitchen. But how long was he in college before he dropped out?
2 years, I'm gonna say.
Ozzy, 2 years?
He was in there 2 years because it was my first year when he had dropped.
Okay, we're just gonna go with 2.
Yeah, I think it was like 2.
It's not like it's a...
Maybe a year and a half.
Yeah. Cool.
Something like that.
3?
I can't see
Oh,
that.
2.5.
Oh,
two and a half. Yeah, so I knew it was somewhere around that time. I didn't. Oh, it was. I think it was like right before COVID, right before the pandemic hit. Yeah, it was like right before that.
Number 2, 55% of students struggle to get financial support for their education, which results in 79% of them delaying their education. So it looks like financial aid could also be a big part of it as well.
Yeah, that's a big one. I know, like for myself, I didn't get any financial aid, so that was fun. Shout out to my dad for paying for my school.
What about you, Lisa? Did you get any financial aid?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
From your parents?
No, from the state. You get financial aid and then all the Pell Grants and everything. So
Oh.
I still had to pay though. There was still a lot of money that needed to be paid.
Okay, we're gonna get to that.
Oh
We're
yeah,
gonna get to that.
I was
Yeah.
about to get into it right now.
No,
like
no,
I could talk for hours about that.
We got it. All right, number 3, we got in public colleges, 65% of women graduate as compared to 50% of men. I can see that. 70% of students attending community colleges in California don't even graduate or transfer. Damn, that's a lot.
There's it has to deal with. I think it's better now. Coming from working with the high school students that are going through the community college system. A lot of them do transfer now because there's a little bit more opportunities and there's more programs for them to be a part of. So like EOP, I think, is one of them. And then there's another one called like Promise, where you promise to graduate. I don't know why it's called Promise, but it's like, I solemnly swear.
That's exactly what I was thinking of. The hand on the Bible.
Yeah. But I mean, those are programs for them to be able to register sooner because there's so many people going, and California is already overpopulated as it is. So just having all those people going, and it's such it's an education. Like everybody comes to school here.
Yeah, that's what
I feel like
for.
I feel like we're really known about
This college.
Yeah, like
because that's what like college basketball gets is really popular in Cali.
Yeah. So I think that's pretty accurate that a lot of people don't finish or delay their time to graduate.
What do you think, Alyssa? Same thing?
Yeah.
Samesies?
Yeah.
What about the woman and men rate? It's a 15% difference.
I could see it because a lot of the population's like looking into school. So like right now, I do go to a public school. And there are more females than there are males in school. So I guess you can see why. And even in Whittier College, we had more females in our school than not, even
Depends
though.
on the major, though,
Yeah,
too.
I was gonna say
Like
even
what
though
they
my
offer.
major, like my major was full of men because it's kines and yeah, but
Mine is all women, no men.
Yours is all women?
Yeah.
Wow.
For education.
Damn.
no diversity.
If there's some men out there trying to catch some, like, you need to go to college, bro.
Honestly,
Just a year.
honestly, just-
Or 2.5.
you can just go and see, just go and visit.
Oh my god, you'd be like SpongeBob. Like,
And you don't even have to go to like the parties. Like we didn't go to any of the parties. They were pretty lame, so we didn't go.
find motivation somewhere, guys. You'll find it somewhere.
Even if it's just to make friends.
Yeah, friends. All right. How do you feel about college loan debt in general?
You
like
see
the
how my
general-
face dropped? It's sad. It makes me sad.
Oh.
It's just, school is so expensive now that it's like your stats. It's so hard for people to keep going. And I know some people, at least in Whittier, like, I can only go based off of Whittier. I can't speak for everybody because, all schools are different.
I can't because I'm ignorant.
Hence this college education, everyone. Well, anyway, just knowing that you have to take loans out and then eventually pay them. And then there's this thing called subsidized and unsubsidized. I didn't know that there was a difference until I signed both. Then you know which one is interest rate and which one has interest rate.
What about you, Alissa? How does yours look like?
The same thing, but I also took out direct loans, so through like Discover and all those things, and then you have to get a co-signer for them. So that if you can't get a co-signer, then you can't get the loan. And then with us, if you don't pay your tuition,
You don't get your degree.
you don't get your degree. Or if you have to register for classes the next semester, you can't register because you haven't paid the money.
Yeah. They'll hold you hostage.
They'll tie you up.
So then you're just stuck
Pay the
there
money.
crying.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we've both I think we both went through
Yeah.
crying sessions about paying for school, and it's
Man.
probably the most stressful part of being in school. I think the workload is, it's definitely not for everybody. But the workload was probably the easiest part once you're able to pay for the school, because if not, they're like, give me your money. Pay.
You can get a loan in your
I
parents'
think
name?
mine was under my mom's name because I was 17 when I got the loan.
Does it go away with her?
No.
You get the degree and just stop paying. Just
Bye.
That's so funny.
It'll probably go into my dad's though. Sorry, Dad.
It's fine.
They're taking
All
money
I
out of your
know,
account
all I
every
know is
month.
that when I signed that paper, well, I didn't sign it. My mom signed a paper because I was 17. So my mom had to sign all my papers when I got to school.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because I was underage, so they didn't trust me, even though I was the one that told my mom to sign the papers. Sorry, Dad.
Oh my god. Hey, one more thing before we go on to the next set of fast facts. Is the stereotypes real about the college kids and the credit cards?
What
You
do
know how they have
what's
like
the
the
stereotype?
credit card stands outside of their something like
Not
that?
on ours.
No?
Ours was private, so we didn't have any trespassing. Like, you weren't even allowed on campus. There was people that were like
Campo?
on strikes. Yeah,
The
Campo
wild
would get
ass
at
Campo.
you with their
They
little
made
golf
it there.
carts.
They'll run
Yeah,
you over
no,
if you
I
don't
think
move.
it was very difficult for people to actually be on our campus. You actually had to have like permission and paperwork and having like a specific ID. Because at least for ours, like to get into buildings, you had to use your ID to get in. You had to scan it, and then it'll open the doors for you to get in.
So you guys never saw that in your college?
No, we've had strikes before.
Well, did they have college career thing there or no?
College career?
Or
No. Well, they had like college fairs,
yeah, the fairs.
Oh.
but no credit cards. That I didn't. We saw the Red Bull man. The Red Bull man will come to us during finals.
That sounds cool.
It's gross anyway.
That's kind of weird though.
Yeah, they would give us like coffee and Red Bulls. Huh.
Yeah, but the college does it too, because during finals they'll have what is it, program board?
Yeah.
Yeah, during finals they'll do like donuts or coffee in the morning for the students. But it's
Oh,
only
that
if you
sounds
have like
awesome.
8 a.m. classes or something like that. Because then it's in the
Not
morning.
even that early.
That is early. Too early.
That's the earliest that the
Yeah.
school went. 8 a.m.
8 a.m.
for us. 8 to 5. 5 was the last.
It just cuts into your day more if you don't wake up earlier.
Oh, I had 8 a.m. classes. I don't know what she's talking about.
I had a few.
All right. So here we go. Federal student loans make up the vast majority of American educational debt. About 92% of all outstanding student loans is federal debt. The federal student loan portfolio currently totals more than $1.6 trillion, owed by about 43 million borrowers. So what is that, like 15 to 20% of the population owes $1.6 trillion?
We're part of that.
I'm not. Woo. Let's go.
Why did I high five you? I didn't want to high five you. I just did it out of.
Maybe you three. Four. He has. Does
No,
he, have
he
this?
doesn't.
No? Okay, just you three.
Yeah, no.
Yay.
My brothers were fortunate not have to pay these because they went to the Cal State system and I did not.
Nice. You should have. No?
Nah.
That private was better?
I think I was happy where I was at. I don't
Okay.
think I would pick a different school to be at for my undergrad at least.
Okay. So unsurprisingly, young people hold the majority of the student loan debt. Borrowers between the ages of 25 and 34 carry about $500 billion in federal student loans, and the majority of people in the age group owe between $10,000 to $40,000.
Sad.
Wow.
I don't know if I should laugh or cry.
However, people carry their education debt well into their middle age and beyond. Borrowers. Borrower. It just sounds so messed up. Borrowers ages 35 to 49 owe more than $620 billion in student loans. This cohort has the highest number of borrowers who owe more than $100,000 in loans. Even retirees feel the pressure from student loans. There are 2.4 million borrowers ages 62 and older. Damn.
Dang, I don't know if I should laugh or cry right now.
You still owe college debt at 62?
Yeah, well, it's the interest rates. The interest rates are what makes the difference. It's not necessarily that they took out that money. It's just it takes so long to pay it back.
And then we're still in school in our mid-20s, so by the time we start paying and stuff and you get a job and start working full time, I mean.
Oh man.
And these Cali prices are not nice either. So.
Yeah.
Doesn't help anything.
So these retirees that they're 62 and older owe about $98 billion in student loans.
Yeah.
So I'll do the math. I'll put it somewhere here. 2.4 million, and then they owe $98 billion, and see how much each person owes. Damn, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's what
I
I
can't
was.
imagine being my 60. I'm still paying this goddamn loan. Yeah. How did you and your family feel about you going to college, Briza?
My family?
Yeah.
Oh, through the roof. I'm the youngest, so through the roof.
They're happy.
Yeah, I think.
Were they happy that you went to the private route and not the community route?
Nah,
Yeah, I knew it.
Money
I knew
wise, my dad wanted me to go to the same school that my brothers went to, so they both went to Cal State LA. So they tried really hard for me to go there, but it was known as, at least in my grade, it was known as the school's safety school, so they accepted way too many, and so I didn't get in, even with the 3.5.
I mean, you have to accept a lot of people if you have a lot of dropping out.
Yeah, and so then my parents didn't want me. Well, my mom didn't care. She just wanted me to go to school, so I had her support the whole time. Not that my dad didn't give me the support, but he wanted me to go through the Cal State because he saw how cheap it was, and he saw the bill on this one, and I was like, I'll get a scholarship, I promise.
That money.
Yeah. So the scholarship helped me end up going there. If not, I would have ended up going somewhere else.
Okay.
So
What about
that
you, Alissa?
definitely helped.
They were excited. I mean, my mom wanted me to go there, so.
What if you chose a different college? What would have happened?
Oh, I wouldn't know that answer. I don't know. I probably wouldn't be here. I'd probably be somewhere else far, far away.
You'd be in the trunk of a car in the lake.
That's a good question. I've never asked you that question.
Then I wouldn't know her.
Yeah, we wouldn't have been friends.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of I had to scare her a little bit for us to be friends.
Oh,
But it's okay.
It's because I'm the king of going off topic. That's why.
That's okay. I love it. I can talk all day.
Do you think that's the path they wanted you to follow, your parents?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was pretty easy. They were very supportive of whatever I wanted to do as long as I went to school and I had somewhat of a plan. I'm not going to say I have a sturdy plan because I don't, but as long as I had like somewhat of a plan, I knew that I wasn't wasting their money. That was my dad's biggest thing, was like, don't waste my money. So, I mean, it's valid. I think it's valid.
It is valid.
Because I don't want to waste his money either, just wasting time, you know? Because then me wasting his money is wasting my time. So they were pretty supportive of whatever I wanted to do, as long as I had a plan and I was in school. That was the only thing they asked.
At least you didn't do the stripper route.
No, I would be dead.
There's
I would
a lot.
not be here.
What about you, Alissa?
Yeah, I think it's the route that she wanted me to go. I just wish I would have explored more and maybe looked at other schools.
Okay, thank God you clarified explore more.
But we wouldn't have been friends.
Friends. All right. If you hadn't pursued college, what would you see yourself doing?
Oh God, I don't even know. Honestly, I probably
Plumbing. Just kidding.
definitely not. That still requires school. That's a trade school.
It's a trade school, but
Yeah.
it's not college though. Doesn't count.
I guess. I don't know. Maybe I probably would have gone to a trade school and done something like a what is it called? A radiology.
Oh, radiologist, yeah.
Yeah, I'd
It
probably do
pays
something because
good.
I knew I wanted to end up being in the medical field. So I probably would have ended up doing something smaller than whatever I'm doing now that it takes
Okay.
less time.
What about you, Alissa?
Oh gosh, I don't know. Probably something with kids still, because when I was in high school, I was helping a lot with either mentoring or in the theater department. So I don't know. Maybe something like that. If not, I would have been at home being lazy. The procrastination.
I know school's been such a part of us for so long that like we don't even know what we're doing. Like
not to imagine.
yeah,
Okay.
like even during summer break, I'm
It's
like,
you.
what am I supposed to be
It's you.
doing?
Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah,
Okay.
like school is just me.
Yeah. I mean, you've been in school since you were 3, so.
Yeah. Well, no, actually, I didn't go to preschool.
Well, 5.
But
That's a long
yeah,
time.
so I mean, just looking at it, I never really took a break.
I know. But like,
kind
since
of-
you were 5, imagine.
Yeah,
You've been in school. How old are you? 24?
22.
Twen-
Why are you trying to age me? Hold on.
Hey, you aged me 2 today earlier, all right? I did by 2, you did by 1. We're
I
even.
did by a month, actually. But anyway, but yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I never really took a break, so I can't really imagine myself not being in school right now.
Mm.
I know eventually I'm gonna have to, finish eventually, but right now I'm still in school, so I really can't picture myself not being in school. I've been in school for this long, so I might as well finish it.
Mm.
I'd probably say though, if you're not in school and you have friends that are in school, it's kind of hard because then you have nothing to do. Because then either your friend's doing homework or they're still in class, and then you're just
Yeah, and that.
Yeah.
You know what's kind of weird in your guys' situation? It's either they're in school or they have a family at home, like married kind of thing.
I don't know.
Not anymore.
No,
That's weird.
none of us are there.
Yeah, I was like none of our
Oh,
friend
because
group.
you're still 22. That's why.
Yeah, I was like none of
You're
us
still young.
like our friends at least. None of us are like that.
I think the only thing right now is just work and then school. Like,
Working in school.
or someone's just working and no school, or you have school and no work.
Yeah, like this past semester, out of our entire friend group, I was the only one that was in school. Everyone else was just working. Yeah, so just being able to balance all of that is kind of
Yeah, it's pretty
hard,
difficult.
and keeping like friendships too. It's a little difficult to keep all of them put together.
All right. Based on your experience, do you see more people choosing trade school over college, and why?
No, it's like how we were saying. I mean, we all went to school. All of our friends. I met all of my friends at Whittier College, except for Ileana. Shout out to Ileana. But anyway, except for her, she went through the Cal State system too. So, but I mean, we all went to school. So and then I work with the high school students now, and actually all of them are going to school. All the ones that graduated this past May, they're all going to school. They're not really going to trade school. So I personally, I haven't seen it.
Okay.
Can you repeat the question?
Yes. Based on your experience, do you see more people choosing trade school over college, and why?
Probably not, but I do see a lot of people probably transferring in because I know Rio Hondo does that year free, or is it a year or two? 2 years free of tuition, and then they just transfer over either to a private or
Wow.
a school.
That's cool. Well, here we go. Damn, this is the first time I have fast facts a third time. So, according to statistics from the U.S. government, 92% of apprentices who complete their program retain employment and go to earn an average annual salary of $72,000. Where the average cost of an attending public 4-year school worked out to $10,740. In-state students during the 2021 and 2022 school year, per College Board figures, you can attend a trade school for a little more than $5,000 per year. Not only that, but you can often learn a trade or enter a related profession in 18 months or 24 months versus the 4-year or longer it takes to earn a bachelor's degree. So what I'm seeing right here, it says that college is more expensive, and if you're an employee, trade school is not that worth it. If you're an entrepreneur and you go to trade school, then you will make more than most college students. I think that's but it didn't say here, but that's my experience, that if you're an entrepreneur, go to trade school. It's the best place to go, because you can choose any of the trade companies. If you start your own, even a small one, you can make over 100,000 a year, and just less stress. You can retire in your 40s, so that
Dang.
you could do that.
We messed up.
Reverse button.
And
Back 5 years.
trade
please.
schools are very cheap. They're like 2,000 a semester to 3,000, and you only go for 2 years.
Yeah. And like I said, I mean, it's pretty much based off of preference, because you know some people can't be in school for so long.
Or
you
social
know,
pressure.
Or social pressure. I mean, we didn't really have to, because
Like the radiologists, like
yeah, they make good money.
employees make bank. When
Yeah.
employees make bank,
They're-
employers make bigger bank.
There's
Yo.
there's sometimes where I would like I look back and I'm like, dang, maybe I should have done something like that. But then, you know, it's not ultimately like what I would want to do in life. I just knew that it was the monetary reason why I would do it.
What about being a pilot? Is that a trade school thing?
That's scary.
No, what is it?
You don't want
I
to.
just wouldn't want to do that.
Oh no, I'm just saying, like,
You don't
what
want to put me behind a plane.
She'd get distracted and then the plane would just crash. She'd be like, dude, look at the bird.
like birds fly this high?
Wow. She'd be like, that one looks like me. Oh my gosh.
I don't even like
Taking
birds.
selfies in the cockpit.
Wait, picture.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know if that's considered a trade school though.
I know, I never actually thought about that. So you'll see the graph right now. There's a graph of like all the trade schools are most trades that are most popular. On one side you'll see career, and then education required. It looks like most of these are saying 2-year and then apprenticeship on almost all of these. And the lowest I can see here is an average of 54,000 is the lowest, which is about the same as a cop. Oh, you risk your life for 50. That man, they get paid nothing to be risking their life like that.
Who, the cops?
Yeah,
I mean, they get benefits of like buying houses and stuff though.
true, but you're never off work. Like, oh, emergency, come into
Yeah,
work.
that's true.
You're on vacation. They get off vacation or something.
You're just on call all the time.
Yeah, like doctors too. It's not a worth a job.
That's too much pressure for Briza.
Yo, I knew this one dude. I met him through, I think, at a party, and he was a doctor, and he was like 34, 35 years old, and he's always on call, always.
Yeah.
Can't get off, and
And-
he's gonna be on call for the next 20 years. I was like, damn, dude, when are you gonna be like taking days off? He's like, I can only take one day off a week.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, damn,
And
that sucks.
it's worse when you're like a surgeon, because then they're like, you're the only specialist that could do this. So
Stay here.
you're gonna stay.
They have like a backup, but he sucks.
Oh no,
If you leave, David stay this year.
that's okay. David will save the day.
The mortality rate doubles. Poor Dave. All right. How likely do you think you'll get a job in a career path you choose? Or are you worried at all?
Oh, I mean that's like my biggest worry now. Even going after bachelor, so I'm in grad school now, and you know, like you're surrounded by people. I'm actually probably one of the youngest. I'm not gonna say I'm the youngest. I think there's people around the same age as me. But majority of them are much older than I am. Like they have kids and their parents. That's the same thing. They're kids and they have like their stable jobs, like they're teachers.
Yeah.
And they're just going for their masters just because they want to do it. So I mean, they have their professions, and then there's, you know, like I'm still working on trying to get that job, trying to get that, you know, putting my degree to use.
Yeah,
So-
that paper.
Yeah, the one paper that cost me loans. But
What about you, Lisa?
yeah.
I don't know. For the education, it's kind of fluctuating. It's going up and down. So, I mean, a bunch of teachers are quitting right now. They're not getting enough pay. So, I don't know. But definitely, if you want to go in whatever you want to go in, starting when you're out of college or still in it, you need to get your foot in somewhere, or else, because you're fighting for a spot everywhere. Because
What
some
a-
people are like way ahead than, like, they already are doing scholarships, or they're already volunteering somewhere.
They know people.
They know people.
Networking.
Yeah.
That's like one of the biggest one of things that I struggle with is like always comparing myself to like everyone else. And, like, oh, there's people
Damn,
that
I
have
hear this every night.
it's like there's like people.
I wonder who put this question here.
That's okay. We like her. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, there's like people there's people that are doing things like Alissa was saying, you know, internships, and it's hard. I had an internship before I was supposed to graduate, and then COVID hit, and then it just canceled. So then I couldn't go into PT school the way I wanted to.
Oh,
So I had to
wow.
take the master's program route instead of going to get my DPT.
Yeah. COVID switched a lot of stuff for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because then, like, if you were supposed to go in a place and volunteer, you couldn't do it because then they didn't want new people in there because of the pandemic or.
Yeah, so that was I think it just depends on like how many people you know, and it's hard. It's hard to not compare yourself because you're like, well, I have all of this, you know.
Yeah, we started the same. We'd have the same.
Yeah.
And this person just
And then this
got
person
lucky.
automatically is working. Like I know this girl that's working for what school was it? Duke? I think they're
Wow,
working for
Duke?
Duke. Yeah, and we
Nice.
graduated together, and I was like, well, what am I doing with my life? Hold on.
Oh no, it's
Yeah.
the one over there has it hard.
I
One of
bet.
them was working at the Joker movie, the new one coming out.
I bet. I mean, and it's so hard. It's so hard to not be happy for them because you're like, okay, well, I'm happy for you, but also like, what am I supposed to be doing with my life?
You.
Yeah.
In your
Yeah.
classes too, though, they put that in you. Like, you have to be doing this, this, and if you don't, it's kind of like you're screwed.
Yeah. And then my master's program is actually trying to unteach me that. It's trying to teach you that it's okay to be in like different paths, and you
It's
know,
okay to fail.
not to
kidding.
fail, to explore. You know, like there was this class that I took that was talking about what you can do with a kines major, and there was things that I didn't even know you can do with it.
Really?
And so I was like, wow, really? So then it's trying to unteach you the idea of comparing yourself, because imposter syndrome is a real thing. It's very much a real thing, and I am one of those people that have it. I struggled with it my first semester of grad school. You know, Lisa can attest to that. I was crying like every day, like I felt like a loser. But I know I'm not. I know that I'm still working on it, and I know I'm still young, but it's just
Same.
so hard to not compare yourself to other people that are doing the same thing, but they have like the one up.
Okay. Well, there's a question for you, Alissa. The whole in Arizona, Arizona is the most popular, I think, other than Florida, the most popular private elementary schools. Do those teachers get paid a lot more than regular elementary schools, like was it public?
Public? Yeah, probably private gets paid more than public.
Is it by a lot, or is it
I don't know. The thing though right now with private is a lot of them are either closed because they don't have the money or resources, and even though public school they don't have as much. Like they have the resources though, they get more grants and stuff going through, but it's cheaper though too. So parents have to decide too, like if they want to pay that money, or like mine. I went to a private junior high, but I was homeschooled, and then. But they tried to decide if I wanted private high school or pay for private college, and they wanted college more than high school. So
Okay, I heard this one argument by I guess like these new wave politics of like around school. This one person was saying that if they can get the funding from public schools, like the parents have control of the funding for their kids. So instead of going to public school, if they want to go to private, they'll pay like 70% of it because the kids get paid. I mean, if you put your kids in a public school, the school gets money for those kids.
yeah.
So if they can just pull that money and you can put it in a private, then the private would have more money.
There's scholarships too that you can do, you know, through I don't know if you were able to do that. I know that there's schools, at least the Catholic schools, because I work for the Archdiocese of LA. They see all of the Catholic schools that are around our area. And so I know that they can get FAFSA too if they do look into that stuff. I know some people don't know that. I didn't know that until my kids were like, oh yeah, I have FAFSA. I'm like, in high school? What?
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because if I would ever have kids, they would be going to private school. Yeah, I don't want no public stuff. Hell no. All right. What's your end goal, Briza? The end goal, not end game.
Oh my
I'm not
gosh.
trying to end it yet.
My end goal?
I'm gonna wash it
I
down.
don't even. I don't know. Right now, I'm kind of fluctuating between what I want to do because, like right now, I'm practically a teacher. I'm not really a teacher, but I work with high school
Students.
kids, high school students, and I teach them religious classes.
The gospel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I play with Legos. But anyway.
She does too. Do you play with Legos as well? Or are they too young for Legos?
Oh yeah, no, they play with Legos.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so I think right now, like my ultimate goal, I do want to work as like an exercise physiologist, just like finishing my master's program because that's what my master of sciences emphasized in. So I do want to work in that, working with those people that end up having like asthma attacks, like severe asthma attacks or severe heart attacks, or the people that just gone through COVID and they need to recover their lungs, not recover, but like improve their breathing ways. Just like that's probably my my end goal for now.
For now.
But there's just so many things right now that I'm learning that about myself too, where I'm like, oh well, maybe I want to do something else.
Where are you going with this?
Yeah, like I don't know. That's just
Okay.
what it is now. For now.
What about you, Alissa?
I don't really know yet. I know when I first started, I wanted to teach older kids, and my degree is starting at elementary, so kinder and up. But now I'm in preschool, and I love it more. So
Yeah.
don't-
Don't go with the big kids.
I don't really know what to do now. I like the big kids
Hell
because
no.
they're just like you. Yeah.
She's a big kid.
Oh, I don't know about that.
That
Anyway,
was a deep inside joke.
She's trying to hit me.
Hmm?
She's trying to hit me.
my
Who's
hands
trying
are
to-
right here.
Your leg.
Your
My
legs?
leg is right there.
Guys, don't
Stop
fight.
trying to start something. Oh my God.
All right. Any hobbies you're looking into doing after college?
Oh, it's like hobbies. You're doing that. Legos.
Any hobbies after college?
Yeah.
Shoot, I don't even know. I don't know.
You haven't thought about any fishing, boating, nothing, sailing? Nah. Screw sailing.
Nah, I think
Submarines.
no. Too soon.
Those not.
Too
This
soon.
episode's gonna come out like in a month. By the time they find out, it's long done.
Nah, I think right now I'm just so focused on finishing that I'm not worried about what I'm gonna do after yet.
Oh,
Because
damn.
I need to get through my master program first
Okay.
before I can do
Okay.
anything. I have 2 more years, so
But you have no hobbies planned? Like nothing? That's weird. Guys always
No.
have hobbies.
I mean, like I said, school is my personality.
Maybe school's your hobby.
Probably, honestly, I love to learn. I love to be in like classrooms, and I love it all. So I mean, I like to hang out with my friends. That's my hobby.
What about you, Lisa?
Like she said, the same thing. There's no hobbies.
Same thing? God damn.
If I'm not at school, I'm with her. Like, there's
You know, if
nothing
you
to
guys
do.
play more than 3 hours of video games a day,
Oh no,
your mental health shoots up.
I'd rather be outside somewhere.
You touch grass.
Actually, that could.
Yeah.
I think that's probably our hobby.
Like
I mean,
going out.
we walk. We like to take walks,
Go for
strolls, hikes.
Go for a stroll.
No hikes.
hikes.
big hill.
Yeah, we like going to hike. Like we like hiking. We like hanging out with our friends. I mean, we play games with them.
So
But-
socializing.
Yeah, like socializing is probably the biggest thing that we like to do. But just like traveling is probably one of my ultimate goals, though.
Yeah,
because-
it's fun.
I wanna-
Especially when you
I
travel
wanna
with someone
travel.
who travels.
Yeah, like going with someone that knows places and like, already knows that stuff. Like that's something I do want to do. So I guess that can be my hobby when I graduate. Hopefully, after I pay my loans,
It's gonna be a while. You're gonna be 64. You're like,
I'll
"Stop
post
paying
them.
these."
I'll post them when I'm 40.
Finally did it. Oh man. All right. Sorry, I had a brain fart. Okay. Dun dun dun. All right, guys, we're gonna be taking a short break, and when we come back, we're gonna get into the fun segment. Woo!
Yay!
We're gonna play this game called Mind Meld. The whole goal of the game is to all three of us guess the same word in some way, some way. And if after 3 rounds, if we get it wrong, or if one person doesn't give a response, they take a shot. We're gonna do what? Like, let's do 4 rounds.
Oh God.
'Cause it's gonna go pretty fast. Because I want to go quick.
Yeah, you're right.
And then
Yeah. And we're gonna chase it down with
Wait,
this.
can I have mine then?
Yeah, you can have the key.
Okay, topic is high school. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yearbook.
Students.
Lockers.
Yearbook.
Students.
Okay, round 2. Take a minute to think.
This is so hard.
I'll give you 10 seconds to think. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Cafeteria.
Teachers.
Backpack.
Cafeteria.
We're gonna get drunk. Just start pouring the shot.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm so done.
Right. 1, 2, 3.
Homework.
Your ID.
Food.
Homework. Oh, so
Just start pouring the shot. Just keep
Go.
rolling.
Cheers to losing.
yay! Woo. We suck. Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
That tastes like soda, especially combined.
It's dangerous.
College majors.
I don't know any.
We
Ready?
just talked about it for an hour.
No,
Okay,
but like in like
Oh.
really quick.
ready? 1, 2, 3.
Film.
Education.
What the hell did you
What did you
guys?
say?
Kinesiology.
Why did we switch? I said education.
I said film. That's what we're doing.
We
So-
got this one.
So try to
What did you guys get?
Wait, what if we get it together?
You get a shot.
That sounds right.
Alright.
Yeah.
Got this.
The first one.
Okay. So try to get a for the next round. Try to do a major like within the same like field. Okay.
Okay.
So
So
the
same major?
same field. So like doctor and vet or like medicine.
Oh, it's like the thing they do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So you said
Kinesiology.
kinesiology. I don't even know what that kinesiology, education,
Oh,
and
ouch.
film. Okay. Shoot, those are so different. I don't know how you're gonna merge them together.
Okay.
Your only choice is to try to find a similar one that fits or something completely different that is common.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
We got this.
1, 2, 3.
Doctor.
Sports.
You say insurance?
I said teacher.
Insurance. I said sports. Like sports.
What did you say? What did you say? Wait, what did you say?
said doctor.
I mean, someone's the insurance.
It's the shot. It's okay.
1, 2.
Education.
She didn't say
said
3.
two.
He went
You were
before
supposed
3
to go
shots.
ahead.
Shot.
Take a shot.
Okay, next topic. Okay, types of math.
Oh.
Oh, easy. We got
Okay,
this.
ready?
Topics.
We got
Ready?
this. We got this.
1, 2, 3.
Doctor, bro. What the fuck?
Did you see that? Take a shot. Take a shot.
Shot, 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 shot.
Woo, woo,
Hey, hey,
woo,
hey.
woo.
School dances. Okay, ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Prom.
Wait,
That shot.
Yes.
what did she say?
That's a good friend.
Sadie's.
What?
Sadie's.
Sadie's Hawkins.
Sadie's
It's
Hawkins.
girls ask guys.
Oh, I never
I was
had
gonna
that.
say prom. I was
That's
thinking of
a-
prom and Sadie's.
That's a Cali thing, I guess.
Yeah, I've never
We
heard
used to
that.
go to Knott's Berry Farm for it.
We had ours at our school.
See, prom is the easiest thing. There's also like
What didn't you go prom?
I did go to prom.
No, why didn't you
Oh.
say prom?
I don't know.
I did
It's
go to
like the
prom.
most confusing thing ever.
You said
Serious
most confusing things.
I was gonna say either, so either one of you guys would have taken a shot.
True.
I feel warm.
You know what? Let's do something related to this. Types of alcohol.
Ooh.
Oh.
Let's go.
1, 2, 3.
Tequila.
What'd you say?
Truly.
What the heck is that?
It's right here.
Oh,
That's a
Alcohol,
brand.
that's a brand.
Don't get annoyed.
Not the whole time. Just the second one.
Tequila.
So how many shots did each of you have?
2,
I
3.
only had that one that we messed up on the first time.
I think 3.
I won. Me.
Yeah, Jose lost.
Hey.
If you throw to the bottle.
Okay.
How much is it then?
Half.
Alright guys, that was the episode. Any shout outs from you guys? Other than Ileana and college?
No, those are my life.
I just named them all.
Yeah, but you can follow me on Instagram at LIL_Briza_.
I'll have it in the description if you guys
Yeah.
What about you, Alissa?
No shout outs. Hi, Flynn.
The shout outs on the pod. Alright guys, that was the episode. Please follow all my socials and channels for updates and uploads. Every Wednesday 6 p.m. MST for episodes, and Monday 6 p.m. MSTs for the new rant videos that are going to be coming out. And please like this video if you're enjoying it. Subscribe to the channel. That's so fun.
Subscribe.
I'm thinking ahead.
Like and follow.
Like and follow.
Bye.
Bye, friends.
Like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, I guess it's normal. I can't because I'm ignorant.
Hence this college education review.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I teach preschool now. And it's so much more fun. And I get talked back to by little kids and told off, but it's great.